So thanks so much, everyone, for coming on the call again, and thanks, Sally, for being here. Sally, superstar Dymond, it's great to have you on the call. Can you hear us okay, Sally?
I'm good, Justin. How is everybody?
Fantastic. We're all hot in Queensland, at least.
I'm hiding in the air conditioning.
If you could put it on speaker view while you're recording too, Justin, that would be awesome to help me later.
Yeah, okay, sure, certainly. So, Sally, you're a platinum executive in ASEA. You've had phenomenal growth, amazing achievements in what you've done. So we just want to share with everyone like how you did it. And the first thing I wanted to ask you is, how was ASEA shared with you, and what was it that interested you to get involved? How long did it take for you to get in action around that?
Okay, so ASEA was originally shared by Nicole, and it was primarily via Facebook Zoom, and she really just kept inviting me to a Zoom call. I had no idea what Zoom was. I had no idea what Renew was, so I pretty much ignored that thread that just kept coming through as an event. So, I ignored it, but then I did a little research into it because it kept piquing my interest then when I kept seeing a little bit of Facebook posts going on by Nicole and Justin in my news feed. That they were using it for this and using it for that. So, my interest was piqued, and I suffered a bit of a skin condition. So I thought, what the heck, I will just try and try the product. What have I got to lose after I kind of got over the whole, I don't really need another thing in my life. And, but at the time I was looking for a product to use in my clinic that would help my patients, recover from ailments that I was treating them from, something that they could do at home. And so, I went on to Facebook and I messaged Nicole on a Sunday morning very early and said, can you send me a tube? I'd like to try it. And she replied immediately saying, I haven't got any. You'll have to buy it online, which was a great thing because it made me go onto her Team ASEA website and watch videos. So then I really, really got the right information, and I got to watch the breakthrough video, which was one of my favorites. And, I saw that this was really more than just a skincare. This was something that was much deeper than that worked on the cellular level. So I immediately then went and enrolled and, kind of went through and kind of saw how much it was to enroll, how much was the product. I had done some network marketing before 20 years ago in USANA when it first launched in Australia. And, so I was familiar with that whole plan and the binary system. But it had to tick some boxes for me. It had to be affordable. It had to be a product that you used easily every month. I did not want a product sitting on my counter or building up on my counter. And it had to be something that, I truly believed in. So, 6 tubes for me was nothing. One was going to my mum, one was going to my sister, to, Rob and I, and then I was going to trial it on a couple of patients. So 6 tubes went out the door pretty fast, and we started to use it on all sorts of things. And you've seen probably a lot of my posts and testimonials. I could go on forever about the things that we use it for in this house, but pretty much everything. And, the results then started to speak for themselves, and I just started to retail the product within my clinic. And that was all I was really interested in the early days, because retailing it earned me some money, extra money. And that was, from a business perspective, that was all I was really looking for, a product that worked, that I could sell. So, and then I really didn't want to stock a lot of product. So Justin and Nicole taught me, how that I could just enroll people, they could get their own product and have it shipped. Because I really only see people, 3 or 4 times and they're better. So I don't want them to have to be coming back to get more product when they run out. So they can then just order it and have it shipped to them. So, I then learnt very quickly that there was a residual income benefit from it. And, that took off very, very quickly for me.
Fantastic. Thanks, Sally. So, so it was quite interesting. Obviously, you were starting to sell the product through your clinic, and you see a lot of people for pain and sports and so forth. But then what happened when you realized that this product was amazing, and you started to want to share it en masse? And, do you want to tell us a little bit how you started to do that? What were the daily business building activities that you did, and what you focused on, and how did you organize yourself in order to do that, to get the message out there?
Yep. So at the time, I was fortunate in some ways that my husband was not working. Contract had just ended as an engineer. So I took that as a golden opportunity where I could work twice as hard, and he could, work on the kids and the house and learn to cook and learn to do the washing and, you know, he needed a bit of prodding in that area as well. But we got a bit of a teamwork going so that I worked my clinic through the day. And then when I signed off from clinic, I pretty much did everything online and on Facebook. So I have a network of friends who are practitioners and therapists, and, you know, lots of my older clients that, you know, I don't see regularly, but, you know, I still was in touch with, that I thought that could benefit from this product. I would literally just send them a Facebook message, and it could be at all hours of the night, because when I would knock off work and my clinic and have dinner, you know, it'd be 8, 9, 10, even 11 o'clock some of those days in the early days, where I would be sending messages to people. And it was just, you know, great friends of mine, acquaintances, and I would just say, you know, hi, so-and-so, you know, I've just been using this great product. You know, I think it would be great for you and your clients. You know, here's a few of the photos, and I would tell a story that related to them. So if they were treating people in pain, then I would pick a few of my clients that had pain issues, and I would describe very simply, this is what happened today when I treated someone. You really need to take a look at this. And I would include my ASEA website exactly the same as I did when I first looked at it, and tell them to watch the breakthrough video. So I didn't want to bomb them with a lot of information. And then if it was 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I can see exactly that they've got that message, and we can start a chat immediately backwards and forwards about what I'm talking about. So they would say, oh, Sal, that sounds great. You know, I'll check it out. And then I might just flick them a few little photographs that I had saved on my phone, and check this one out and check this one out, you know, so that they're now on it, they're watching it, and they're now watching the video, which goes for a few minutes. And then they would come back and they would say, how do I get some? Because a lot of these people lived in, you know, other parts of Australia. So I would just simply say, it's easy, just open an account and order some product, try it out for yourself, and start to share it with your clients. And so, you know, I did that with a number of my therapist friends, which they then started to replicate and duplicate. So my Direct to 300 legs did start to build very, very quickly, because I helped them build some momentum with their clients and their people.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sal. So that was a couple of really key points there. You did it mainly via Facebook and messaging people, just sending photos to start with, relatable stories, and then videos, and then your website. So it was all very, very minimalistic in time, and you're able to connect with a lot of people very quickly. And then another key point you said towards the end there, you really helped them from the start. You helped them build, those people that wanted to share it, you helped them build, and that's what gave you the duplication. And you know, you had huge, rapid success, which was just absolutely amazing. So congratulations. So
and she crashed our Zoom at one point.
She crashed, yeah, like we because we had too many people on Zoom, right?
Yeah, we had too many people.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was great. So how did you connect the vision of ASEA and helping people through these molecules and helping people with health and prosperity with your own personal why, and, you know, like your reason for being in business and fulfilling your life purpose and your mission? Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So I operate a clinic. I work from home. It's a purpose-built clinic that's attached to my house. And I always have a big dream and a vision that I want to help as many people as I can, but it's really hard to do that one-on-one with one person. I'm not really into having a really big clinic with lots of practitioners, because to me that seems like a headache, where, you know, in previous years, I've been a therapist for 27 years, and wherever I seem to work, I'm one of the busiest practitioners, and I get these people complaining to me that they're not busy, why are you so busy? And so, you know, you have to build your own business in whatever business that you do. When I saw the Denny Robinson stand on stage, actually, it really struck home to me. I went to a very early launch of ASEA in Brisbane in 2014, I think it was. And Denny Robinson was there. And I, first of all, I actually really noted how everyone's skin was amazing and beautiful. So, you know, you always want to see that when people are recommending and they're in the health industry, if they're healthy, you know, are they actually practicing what they preach? So that's always a big thing for me. So that was the first thing that really struck me at that corporate event. But the second thing was when Denny said to me, you know, she could plant a seed and it would become a tree and it would create shade for people that she has never met, you know. So when I introduce the product to someone and they tell someone who tells someone who tells someone, and it's starting to happen now, you know, the effect that I can have on so many more people globally now actually is, way more than I can do one-on-one in a treatment room. So, the fact that it works very, very well with what I do is a great thing. But, in the early days of when I was starting to build, it wasn't a lot of my clients that I was enrolling and signing up. It was more people that I was in touch with and meeting and I was communicating with on Facebook. So, when we go back to the why, you always have to have a really strong why. And, I've been a therapist standing in a room on and off for 27 years, and I don't really want to be standing in a room for another 27 years. So, ASEA is a really great vehicle that I can continue my mission and my passion with health and wellness and changing people, but it's something that's duplicatable and everyone on this planet needs to hear about ASEA. So, I don't know if that's answered your question there, Justin, but
yeah, that's pretty amazing. You've had an amazing why to start with, and ASEA was a great vehicle to help you expand into that. You saw the vision of how you could help more people because of the duplication and leverage of this business model, rather than just helping people one-on-one, which is, tough work. And I've been in that same situation as a practitioner one-on-one. So totally hear you there. That's amazing. So one other thing, Sal, since becoming involved with ASEA, what's changed about how you feel about your life and how your life is evolving, and how confident do you feel about your future? Do you want to talk and share a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So I've always, as I said, worked for myself. So every single thing I've ever earned, I've earned with my hands. No one's ever paid me holiday pay, sick pay, or, anything like that. So for me to be able to go on holidays and really take 3.5 weeks off this Christmas, I really haven't gone back to work yet since I finished in middle of early December. And it's been, and I haven't really been working on my ASEA business either. I've really just switched off, taken a big break, hung out with the kids. And, that to me was absolutely amazing, because I didn't have to stress or worry about the fact that I wasn't earning any money for the last 3 weeks in my clinic. So, ASEA pays me a nice amount of money. When I was earning the bonus pool, it was money that you just can't even believe, that you can earn when you start to hit that EMP pool, and when you get to bronze and silver and gold. And I was fortunate enough that I earned most of those EMP checks. So I really scooped the pool on a lot of the extra bonuses and commissions that ASEA has offered as well. So I would encourage you all to learn about exactly what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it to get those extra bonuses, because, every little cent and bit of money helps. And I was a swimmer, competitive. I'm very competitive. And, when a challenge or a competition's thrown in front of me, I really like to win it. So, find what it is that really gets your buttons going, and transform it into your ASEA business and really just go for gold. But, really just having that freedom now to not have to work 4 and 5 days in my clinic because I have to, but more because I want to. I'll always see clients and treat people because I love to do it, but I don't work from 8 in the morning till 6 at night now. I've just enrolled to do Bikram, 6-month membership, and I can easily say that, I'll go 3 or 4 times a week to those classes now, because I don't have to stress about having to be in my treatment room working to earn that money.
Yeah, amazing, Sally. You're a fantastic success story. You're a great contribution to the community. Thank you so much for sharing. One last thing before you go, could you just give us 3 points? If for someone just starting out, what advice would you give them if they're looking at the ASEA business opportunity or they're just starting to share ASEA with people? What would you say are the 3 most important things that they learn to do?
Well, the first thing you have to learn is everything you can about ASEA, the product, the way it is, but don't become bogged down in the science. Really just go through the information, the videos, and really learn where you can find all the information. Not exactly the nuts and bolts of the information, but where you can find it. Because when you meet an athlete, you want to know that you can send them to athleteedge.com, or that you can send them to ASEA Global, athletes at ASEA Global, the page, with all the athletes that are taking ASEA. If so you're meeting someone with a certain condition, stay up to date with the Renew with Redox Facebook page, so that when a post pops up and then you meet someone that's got that condition, that there's been a post there that you can tag them on. I think that being educated and being involved and just being present on the Zoom calls when you can get on the SoundCloud when you can get on and listen to the ChargeUpCalls every day, at least the testimonials, then at least you're knowledgeable in some capacity, and testimonials are the number one thing that people love to hear. So when you've got an armful of testimonials, you know, it's very, very powerful when you're out there talking to people and you can say, well, I just heard from someone, this is what they did and this is how they used it and this is the result they got. And, you know, and that's really all you can do is just share, share, share. And it's sharing stories. That's what people are interested in. They don't really care about, you know, the redox molecules in the nth degree of exactly what it is. You just need to have your little caption line of what is redox, and it can be very, very simple. It's very, very simple, you know, and then start to be enthusiastic and passionate about what it's done for you or for someone else while you're still building your little repertoire of, you know, how you've used it.
Awesome. You're amazing, Sally. A fantastic role model for and a hero to the team. So thank you so much for everything you've done. You summed up your experience beautifully.
One more point. Whenever you send out information, always include your ASEA website, because a number of people we've all lost, and including me, you know, you tell people about it, you really don't think they're interested, and then you see them a month later and they tell you how amazing Renew is, and you ask them where on earth they got it from, and they went online and they bought it. So, you know, don't underestimate anything. As soon as you mention ASEA, they must know that you sell it and that they can buy it from you.
Yeah, brilliant. Love your work. Thank you very much, Sally. That's amazing.